Test. 1, 2. Test.
Can I get you to sit down for just a second? I want to make sure you're...
Okay. Get her center, Sasha. And I don't want to be in that picture with her. You're good. All right, Chris, flip to the other camera so I can see how me and her are fitting. Okay, that camera, Sasha, needs to be, there you go. Y'all got it. Y'all on it.
You got the helmet ready to switch out after this?
Yeah. Okay, go back over there, you post. Sorry, you probably get more work out here than you do with Coach Johnson.
No.
All right, on your mark, I'll start talking, Chris. Welcome to the Clarke Central 2013 College Signees Show. I'm your host, Buster Crumpton. We're coming to you from the GITV studios over here at Clarke Central High School. We had 1 Lady Gladiator and 6 men Gladiators sign their letter of intents today, and we're going to interview each and every one of them. We're going to start the show off with a girl that's been very special to Coach Carla Johnson's program. It's Kayla Perrin, who is also our GITV Basketball Lady Player of the Year. We're going to show you some highlights of her right quick, and then we're going to introduce you to Kayla Perrin. So Miss Kayla Perrin, you've made it. You got your sights set on Chattahoochee Valley. Is it state or community college? I can't remember. What is it?
Community college.
Community college, and they're the Pirates, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We know for Coach Johnson this year, you was averaging right at 15 points a game, and I think 10 rebounds. So you was like the big person in the middle, and you was probably under the basket doing all the dirty work for the Lady Glads this year.
Yes, sir.
Is that what caught the college's eyes, you think, or?
Yes, sir. And my athleticism and my work ethic.
And you're very tall, as we can see. We had to adjust our cameras when you came walking in here, so I think Chattahoochee Valley's going to be saying that you passed the eyeball test with flying colors when you get on campus. When did you start deciding that you wanted to be a basketball player?
And, well, I really didn't decide. My 8th grade coach really came and found me and made me, get on the team. I really wasn't a basketball player. I was a softball player. But she came and found me and told me I was going to play basketball.
Did it have something to do maybe when you hit the growth spurt, maybe around middle school, you started getting taller than everybody else, you think?
Yes, sir.
As far as your time at Clarke Central High School, what do you think would be your favorite memory playing ball?
When we went down to Madison County, I think it was 2 years ago, and beat them at their house because when they came to our house, we lost them in overtime, and we went down there and beat them by over 15 points.
And for a lot of you people watching this in internet land that don't know, Madison County is a big-time power program here in the Northeast Georgia section of things. Their ladies program in particular always very strong, so I'm sure that was a big win. I'm sure y'all had a great bus ride back from Danielsville that night. During your time at Clarke Central, who would you say is your favorite coach, teacher, mentor? Who's meant the most to you since you've been at Clarke Central?
Coach Johnson.
Coach Johnson. And is that because she's standing in the room and she's threatened you if you didn't say her name? Or
No, sir.
You want to elaborate why she meant so much to you?
She always stayed on me, and she never gave up. Even when I got in trouble a lot, I ran a lot, but she stayed on me and pushed me to do better, told me what right from wrong, and she never sugarcoated anything. She just kept it real with me.
Stayed on you in a good way. Tough love. That's what the best coaches do. As far as your fellow students, and do you go by KK or KL?
KK.
KK. As far as your fellow students, you got an opportunity to tell them what you think of them, what they might have meant to you, or if you've got some parting words for them, feel free to tell them now what you think of their time that they spent with you and you spent with them.
I want to say thank you for all the people who showed support and came to my game and encouraged me to keep pushing myself and staying on the right path.
There's a lot of little kids, Kayla, that watch this thing from Bernie Harrison Park Middle. Had 75,000 hits online this past season alone. What kind of advice would you give a young 7th grader, 8th grader that's aspiring to become a basketball player? What advice would you give that young person?
Listen to their coach because they ain't going to tell them nothing wrong. Keep working. You got to work when ain't nobody looking and just got to do it.
Got to work hard.
Got to work hard.
That's Kayla Perrin, our GITV Basketball Player of the Year. She's signed with Chattahoochee Valley today. We wish her much success in the future. As Kayla gets ready to leave us, we want to introduce our next player who signed today, and that's a football player who goes by the name of Rodney William. Let's cut to the highlights of Rodney William at this time. Kayla, thank you.
We've got Baylor Ward at fullback. We give to Willingham to run back. He's got a seam. Willingham may lead the bunch. He's at the 40, the 50, the 40, the 30. Nobody's going to catch it. Rodney Willingham, 90-yard touchdown run.
So Rodney William, you made it, man. You got your high school career behind you, and you got things coming up in the future now for some football at the next level. Explain to everybody where you're headed.
I'm headed to Shawan University.
Where is Shawan University actually at?
It's in Murfreesboro, North Carolina.
Up in North Carolina, so up in the Smoky Mountains, I guess.
Yeah, got to get adapted to the weather.
Well, for those of you that don't know who Rodney is, Rodney was a senior who was just starting to hit his stride about 3 to 4 games in the season of 2013, and went down with an unfortunate ankle injury in practice before the Salem game. But you were catching some people's eyes with the flash and the dash that you had, the quicks on the field, and Rodney just would remind you of a Barry Sanders, to be quite honest with you. To give you some few stats about Rodney and how he progressed as a 9th grader, had over 678 yards, averaging 9 yards a carry. His sophomore year finished up with 476 yards. The progression really kicked in, though, his junior year. Finished with 1,152 all-purpose yards, 710 of those were rushing, 245 receiving. And just in those 4 games this season, Rodney had 525 yards on 60 carries. Rodney, just real quick, as we try to sum it all up for the people out there, what do you remember most playing here your short time at Clarke Central? What was your favorite memory?
Well, my favorite memories were Coach Ryle getting on us at practice, just trying to get us better. You know? As young men, you got to be disciplined playing the game of football. So, and one of my favorite things that he always told me, just keep your head up, don't never get down or whatever. So, with that being said, I just played the game how it was being played.
Played it with fun, but played it with some abandonness, or I guess some aggressiveness. I mean, that's what football is.
Yes, sir.
Reckless abandon, that's the word I'm trying to look for. While you was here at Clarke Central, any favorite coach or teacher that meant a lot to you that might have had an impact on your life here?
My favorite coach was Coach Ryle, most definitely. One of my favorite teachers was my language lit comp teacher. It was Miss Lehman.
Miss Lehman?
Miss Lehman, yeah.
Loved English. Loved the English teacher.
One of my favorite plays was the 91-yard touchdown against Central Gwinnett.
Oh, I was just fixing to ask you as far as your favorite play at Clarke Central, and I think that's the one that we all remember. That's the one that got so many YouTube hits as well. We just got the turnover, just got the interception inside the 5, and the very next play you hit that quick hitter up the middle, and I don't think nobody ever touched you on that run.
No, I don't think so either.
Anything that you would give as far as advice to the younger kids? We get a lot of middle school kids watching from Bernie Harrison Park Middle. What kind of advice would you give to those kids as they're looking in today, seeing somebody like you getting to go to the next level?
In this society right here, like, it's real messed up to the youth. So I just want to tell all the young kids, just behave and just go to class and do everything that the teachers say. Do what the grown people say. Just don't try to get like big head. Don't try to be overboard whatever you do, and just be yourself and just play ball.
Just stay out of the wrong places and keep showing up in the right places. That's about the best way to do it. That's Rodney William, who signed today with Shalon. Is it Shalon with an L?
Shawan.
Shawan University up in North Carolina. And as we part ways with Rodney, we're going to bring our next Gladiator in. Big lineman number 78, DeMario Price. We're going to go to the highlights with DeMario as Rodney leaves us. Thank you, Rodney.
Thanks.
So there you are, big DeMario Price. And DeMario, I see you sporting the hat. Is that Lewisburg or Lewisburg? How they pronounce
Lewisburg,
it?
sir.
Lewisburg College. And explain to everybody where that's at.
It's in Raleigh, North Carolina, but it's like Athens, basically. It's like a little town of Lewisburg. It's real little. It looks like Winder almost.
Nice little college town, nice little college atmosphere.
Little
Probably
town.
got a lot of little favorite diners and favorite places to go. DeMario, you're a big guy. And when did it start to hit you? At what age did you start seeing that you might become a football player?
Well, it hit me back in probably 7th grade, well, maybe 6th grade when I tried out for a Murat League team. And then my coach said I had good potential, but I got injured the last game against Stonehenge.
Right.
And I wasn't able to play. You know, I was a key player. Then I got to 7th grade and I tried out for the middle school team and I didn't make it. And then, you know, 8th grade came, then I tried out then. Then they said I was blocking like a legit tight end, so I just knew I had it then.
So
you know.
kind of started off with a little adversity, but you didn't let that discouragement get you down. You just
Yeah.
kept at it.
Yeah.
How many years did you start for Clarke Central?
2 years.
2 years, junior and senior year, but you played more than that.
Yeah,
on
I played.
varsity. What's your favorite memory playing for the Red and Gold? What would be the favorite game, favorite play of all time while you was here? So
Well-
many, I guess, because you know the big linemen get to do all the dirty stuff: the pancake blocking, the foot stomping in the gut on the way back to the huddle. What was your favorite?
Well, my favorite thing was I didn't play this game. It was a dome game.
Just that memory.
Yeah,
going
it
to
just
the dome.
Yeah, it motivated me for my my upcoming years to play hard because I want to go there too.
Right.
You know, but we never got back there. But you know, it just motivated me real well.
Well, that was a
Get
very
there.
special memory for everybody that was associated with Clarke Central High School. That brought back a lot of old feelings from the 80s for a lot of people like myself that's been in Athens their whole life. What person or coach or teacher, what person's had the most impact on your life up to this point?
Well, I'm gonna say it would be Coach Paulson, Forrest Paulson. He's gone now, but hey, he been keeping me in line from 9th grade to 12th. So, I've been pretty much following him, trying to listen to everything he say, tell me what to do. I do it. That was my big role model right there.
Well, I'm sure you just made his day because when he turns back and looks at this at some point in time, that's going to make his day that somebody in this world coach actually likes you. Any advice for the younger kids? We get a lot of kids at Bernie Harrison, Clarke Middle School that watch this program, and what would you give them as far as some advice to keep their chin up, to keep them on the path of trying to play ball like you?
Well, there's a lot of things around here like that you stay out of trouble, basically. That's what I'm going to say. Stay out of trouble, go to class, do your work, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and thank you. They'll get you far. And basically keep trying hard. That's all it is, really, to it.
Stay on the straight and narrow and have your manners.
Yeah.
Well, DeMario Price heading to Lewisburg College. We're proud of him, number 78. We're going to miss that guy putting some bodies down on the turf at Billy Henderson Stadium. And as we say goodbye to DeMario, we're going to welcome our next Gladiator who also made a decision today, and that's running back Jelani Payne. We're going to cut to the highlights for Jelani. So long, DeMario. Appreciate it.
Clarke Central leads 31-0. Amir Williams comes over here to the right side. And Jelani gets hit in the backfield, but he gets away. And he's trying to elude. And he's got a little room. He gets a beautiful block. Jelani Payne is gone. Touchdown, Clarke Central.
So, Jelani Payne, we just enjoyed a big run that you made. I think it might have been a touchdown run that we played for you there. You're here, and why don't you tell everybody at Clarke Central and Internet Land and everywhere else what your decision was today?
My decision is to go to Atlanta Sports Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and going to still play football.
Yes,
and
sir.
I guess still play tailback because
Yes,
you
sir.
look like a natural at that position. Jelani wasn't hard to miss. You could always find him with the dreads hanging out the helmet, and they were usually going sideways behind him as he ran down the field streaking for yardage. And Jelani, you know, you came on kind of in a dual back situation, but then when Rodney went down and got hurt, you pretty much assumed the role at tailback, and you toted the team on your shoulders for pretty much the last 6-7 games of the year. How did that prepare you for this experience that you're fixing to go to the next level, you think?
I mean, playing with this program, like, it gave me, like, a good experience of football, and, like, you really have to be dedicated to play here, so I think it suits me best.
When did you think it started dawning on you that you might be a football player? At what age? Was it Pee-wee? Was it middle school? What age did it start kind of sinking in you might be a football player?
I'd probably really say middle school.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's where it really came out.
And which one did you go to? Clarke Middle, Bernie Harris?
BHL.
BHL, there you go. Big line. The blue and gold, and then turn to red and gold when you got to Central. I love those Bernie Harris lines. Who, as far as maybe a coach or a teacher, what figure in your life, what adult person's had the most impact on you?
I'd probably say Miss Blackburn. Like, she always kept me on track with school and stuff, made sure I went to class on time and all that kind of stuff.
Is she one of your teachers?
Oh, yeah, she was my Spanish teacher in 9th grade and 10th.
Okay. Giving a shout to Miss Blackburn then. And if you had any advice to give to your fellow students, or if there's something you want to tell them, maybe something that happened during your 4 years here at Clarke Central, what would it be?
Really just try to get an A in every class other than just barely passing, and just go to class on time.
Because you find out as life progresses, those good grades mean a lot.
Yes, sir.
We get a lot of younger kids that watch this, Jelani, and Bernie Harris and Clarke Middle kids in particular, 7th and 8th graders that are wanting to get here and do well. What advice would you give those kids as they prepare?
I just give them keep working hard, like stay in school, just listen to your teachers, yes sir, no sir. They'll get you a long way.
Stay straight in there and mind your manners. That's Jelani Payne heading to the Atlanta Sports Academy. He's another one of the football Gladiators that made a decision today. As we say goodbye to Jelani, we're going to welcome our next football Gladiator, big defensive lineman, Damon Stovall. We're going to cut to the highlights for Damon.
We got good pressure on the quarterback. And we got an interception. Big interception. Come on, big guy. All the way. Run, big guy. Run, big guy. Go all the way. Fall over him. There you go. Come on. He's in there. Touchdown. Damon Stovall. Oh, my goodness. How about that for the big man? How did he do that? How did he do that? That is one of those rumbling, stumbling plays right there. Man, that is every defensive lineman's dream.
So Damon Stovall, we just showed that play of the year that was on GITV, the big interception against Loganville, and I think that was one of the staple marks of the season. Tell us about that play. What went through your mind when the quarterback dropped back? Did you think he was even coming your way, or?
Nah, see, when he threw it, I was like, oh, the ball coming to me.
Right.
I was like, what should I do? Catch it or just leave it alone? I just thought quick, caught it and ran.
Well, you made such a quick play, and I said this on so many of the broadcasts that I think one reason you were so nimble and so quick is because you wrestled when you weren't playing football, and I think that had so many contributing factors to the way your athleticism was on the football field. You think, for Coach Stoudemire?
Yeah, the wrestling helped me out a lot. It kept me in shape. It kept me more agile.
Yeah, I just think you were one of the most nimble big guys I've ever seen play high school football. What age do you think it started hitting you, Damon, that you wanted to play football?
Like 9 years old.
So in the Pee Wee League?
Pee Wee League. And
who did you play for?
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. So against the Y and the Patriots? Who were some of them teams back then?
Patriots.
CYA Colts, yeah.
Yeah, we went undefeated without a team scoring on us though.
Really? So y'all had a good team.
Yeah, it was.
Any other Gladiators play with you at Stonehenge?
Yeah, Jelani, Amir.
Oh my goodness, y'all were low.
Alan Posey played with us too.
Posey, good gracious. That should have been illegal. Y'all should have been playing the age up.
Yeah.
What person, Damon, teacher, coach, anybody, family, what person do you think at this point in your life's had the most impact on you and the way you've turned out?
My father.
Your father?
He do so much for me and helped me out a lot.
Gotcha. What advice, because we get so many middle school kids that watch this program, Bernie Harris and Clarke Middle both, what advice would you give to those kids? You've been in their position before. What would you tell them, the guys that are wanting to aspire to become an athlete or especially a football player? What advice would you give those kids watching?
Do your schoolwork. Don't never fall behind in class. Just do it. And study, work hard.
Because it'll pay dividends later.
Yes, it will pay. It will take a lot of stress off you.
Gotcha.
Just say that.
Well, Damon's always got a big smile. We're going to miss that smile around here in Clarke Central. We've been enjoying it for so many years. Damon, we wish you well. And by the way, which way are you going? Where's your future taking you?
I'm going to Atlanta Sports Academy for
Atlanta Sports Academy.
6 months, and then I don't know after that.
Doors will open up. You're too good of a guy, dude. That's Damon Stovall, big defensive lineman for Coach Self's defense, who's now the head coach at Clarke Central. As we say goodbye to Damon, we're going to welcome in a wide receiver, another football gladiator, Amir Williams. So let's cut to the highlight for Amir Williams.
Action motion. We do a play action. We got a man in the end zone. Amir Williams, touchdown.
Gladiator.
So a birthday present for number 9, Amir Williams, touchdown. Here in the Classic City Championship.
That was a highlight of Amir Williams. And Amir, you made a decision today. Tell everybody out there in GITV land what you decided to do today.
I'll be going to Lewisburg College in Lewisburg, North Carolina.
When you found out that you had a chance to pursue an opportunity after high school, was that something that you've been pursuing your whole life, that hoping to get to just an opportunity to try to play past high school football?
Yes, sir. I always just wanted to play past high school football because it was just always been a dream of me ever since I was younger, just to play in college, just looking at other college players play. I just always wanted the opportunity.
Right. What age do you think, Amir, did it hit you that, hey, this might be my thing? This football thing's pretty good with me. I think I want to keep this going. What age? Early, later? When do you think it hit?
Probably about the 10th grade, so about 15 or 16, when the game speed, it started slowing down a little bit for me. Like
really?
Competition, it was just a little bit easier for me.
Right.
Yes, sir.
As far as a person in your life, coach, teacher, anybody, parent, who's had the most impact on you so far?
Probably my dad, because he always just on me. He always just pushing me. He always giving me advice and always criticizing me. What I like about him the most, he don't really just tell me good job all the time, but he just encourages me just keep going, keep getting better. He always want me to keep working.
The best dads out there, they tell it like it is, don't they?
Yeah,
and they usually tell it
do.
at supper while you're eating, so you can't run your mouth and say anything back too, right?
That's what he do.
I had a kid that played baseball, and we talked more about the one error he made instead of the 2 home runs he hit. So I know exactly where you're coming from on that. That's a good dad, sounds like to me. If you had some advice to give the kids in middle school, we got so many younger kids that watch this thing on GITV, Clarke Middle School and Bernie Harris both. What would you tell any of those young 6th, 7th, 8th graders to do to try to make it where you're at today?
Probably just do your schoolwork, because without that schoolwork, you can't get a scholarship at all. And just hang with the right crowd of people, because hang with the wrong crowd just bring you down, because they might not have the same goals in life as you.
Stay on the straight and narrow. Amir Williams, he played through some adversity this year. He started off the year injured, but he came back strong. He picked up the Gladiator offense at a crucial time when Rodney went down. It's kind of when Amir came in, and Amir, you made some spectacular plays. We're going to miss you, buddy. We've enjoyed having you here.
I enjoyed playing.
As we say goodbye to Amir Williams, we want to welcome our last football signing of the day, Drako Statham, the defensive back. So let's cut to the highlights for Drako as we say goodbye to Amir.
The Clarke Central stands are up and cheering.
There's Jordan, shotgun.
There's the throw.
Throws it high, looking for Middlebrooks. Intercepted.
Drako Statham with the interception. How about that?
How fitting is it that Drako Statham makes that interception? The senior has done it so many times, and he comes up with a game-ending interception with 6.1 seconds to go.
So the highlight you just saw was Drako over in the Classic City Championship making that interception against Cedar Shows, and so many times Chuck Wegman and I up in the press box, we didn't know whether to just come right out and say it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. I mean, you got to have that blue shirt underneath that jersey with that big S on your chest, because that's what you did. Not just your senior year, but your junior year too. You just had a knack for always being around the ball, always being in the right place. And I don't know, Drako, what's your fondest memory? There's so many, but what was your fondest memory playing football at Clarke Central High School?
It really just to play with the guys, just have fun, basically, just meet some new people.
Well, you gave that aura about you as you played football on the field. You never seemed panicked. You never seemed stressed. You were just very relaxed, and I think that might have had a lot to do with you just being in the right place at the right time. I never seen a guy that could always just intercept or tip a pass. I never seen a guy that could just always seem to block a field goal or extra point, and let alone just making all the right reads and coverage. But I mean, when did you know you were going to be a good football player, and when did you know you wanted to play football? What age? Was it early, later, when?
Well, at first I started playing basketball because my mom, she was kind of scared. But then I was like 10 when I started playing football, Red League. Then my dad just started coaching me here from little league to middle school.
Did you just fall in love with it right away? Or had you always been wanting to play it, and once Mama said, okay, you can play, that you just took to it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. As far as a person in your life, it could be a coach, a teacher, a parent, who's had the most impact on you thus far in your life to get you where you're at?
My dad.
Your dad? You want to explain why?
Because really, he just pushed me to make me do everything I should do, stay on point for everything, just work hard.
Drako, there were some questions about where you might be going, but you want to tell everybody where you're going to be heading for the next level?
I'm going to Atlanta Sports Academy.
Okay. And that's going to give you the opportunities and the abilities to try to do something later as you progress through that situation. Mm-hmm. I think you're going to be you're going to be a diamond for somebody once they see what you can do. I'm telling you, you've got the most natural ability I've ever seen on anybody that's played in between those lines at Billy Henderson Stadium that I've ever watched. Being there when you say rec league and being 10 years old, we've got a lot of middle school kids that watch this. What advice would you give those kids as they're wanting to aspire to be a Drako Stadium or Amir Williams or Damon Stovall? They're wanting to be who you guys are right now, play for high school and go to college. What advice would you give those young kids?
Really just work hard, just stay focused, and don't hang with the wrong crowd.
Just stay on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
And a good way to do that is play football, because over here it's pretty much year-round, right? Yeah. Well, that's Drako Stadium, and he's our sixth and final football player that made a decision today to do something at the next level. This has been the Clarke Central GITV 2013 Signees Show. We want to thank you for tuning in. We love our Gladiators over here. We back them any way we can. Drako wants you to know you're welcome back anytime, and if we can sneak you back on the field, we'll figure out a way to do that too. If they don't retire number 17, which that might happen, I don't know. But we want to thank you for tuning in. We love these kids. And for Drako, for Coach Ward, for our engineer, Chris Crumpton, I'm Buster Crumpton. So long, everybody.